Hi Leo, welcome to your monthly scopes. Please keep in mind this is only a general reading. Take what feels right and with what resonates with your own life experiences at the moment. Also, happy birthday. It's your birthday for the majority of you. It's your solar return, so it's always a great time in the year to really recharge your batteries and set your intentions right to what you hope to accomplish and achieve during the next cycle of 12 months. So really happy birthday. For the month of August, I'll be using a different spread. It's called the Diamond Spread, which intends, like the other one, to bring to awareness some energies that might be working with you during this period of time. And it's a mixed month. For one side, you have a lot of blissful energy. You have an opportunity to recover some sense of mental peace, some sense of sanity in your life that may have been lacking due to the fact that you were uh, so bound to obligations, so bound to responsibilities in some sense that you felt that your joy, your self-expression, your dreams were in some sense put on hold or blocked in order for you to deal with the busy day by day um, things that needed your attention. So August is a month where you begin to realize that you still have dreams to fulfill. You still have dreams deep within you that want to be manifested. And you focus your attention on that. You focus your attention on yourself in this need to become much more connected with something that you may have been disconnected with, which within yourself is really about your essence, your self expression, your dreams, your purpose, your light. And we are in Leo season, so of course there's big energy focusing on you, and you will feel it deeply, even if you don't have Leo in the first house. If you only have Leo Sun, those energies are working with you. We have the Sun in Leo, we have Mercury in Leo, we have Venus retrograde, and soon we will have Mars, and we also still have until August 11 Jupiter. So almost all inner planets are in Leo, and Leo is self-expression. Leo is creativity. Leo is the power of light, is that vital force that never fades out. It's deeply within you. The golden touch to create gold out of your life. But to create gold out of your life, you need to connect deeply within yourself with your dreams. And where are you putting things on hold due to the fact that you feel obligated to, or because you're just too afraid to shine your light? You're too afraid to get up on your stage and show to the world who you are, remembering who you are in a much more deeper state, in a much more authentic state of being. So this is a powerful time for Leos. This is a powerful time to understand what it is that you really want to do about those places that have been unbalanced within yourself. And you begin the month with the silence card. Oh, sorry. With the silence card, or the star in traditional tarot, which is a beautiful card that really implies the need to silence your mind, the need to step back a little bit and connect deeply within yourself. Because when you do that, if you take the time to do that, to listen to the dreams that are still inside of you wanting to be manifested, you will have a clear picture of what you need to do and how to do it. It's a reflection out of that center of your third eye into your awareness. Like you have here the full moon reflecting in the lake, its shadow, which is no shadow at all. It's light, it's lightness, it's awareness, it's emotional emotional language becoming manifested. So you begin the month really understanding. If you have been feeling down up until this moment, you are recovering energies. You may have this recovery of faith, which at the end of the day, it's really about recovering that connection within yourself and the power you have inside of yourself. So you begin the month feeling a little better than you did in a couple of months. You begin recovering faith. You begin believing that you can achieve your dreams. And the only thing working against you, or that might work against you, is if you still hold that energy of repression, which is the internal, the unconscious energy is working with you that you are not aware of, which is the Ten of Wands or the Ten of Fire or repression. It's suppressing your energies, is suppressing your dreams, is suppressing your desire to create your life in a different way, in a way, in a vision that only you understand and only you have. And that's okay. You are not meant, we are not meant, we don't even have access to a language of dreams that can make sense to other people. It's so difficult to understand it ourselves. How even to explain it to the world. That validation, that explanation, that need to conform, it's a fear, it's an insecurity, it's a problem with our individual traits that makes us unique, that makes us special. And usually Leos, the archetype of Leo doesn't have that problem. Doesn't have, because they are usually very self-centered, also and many times called too self-centered, but it's really because the sun, it's the energy where the other planets revolve around. So you are, and we all are, this Leo archetype, this Leo feeling of we can, and we are the force of our universe, our unique individual universe. So we can create and promote whatever changes we want to. It's just about, first and foremost, we need to understand the sun, we need to understand our core. And you have been suppressing your core somewhere along your way, somewhere along your path, something happened where you doubted yourself, where you doubted that sun, where you doubted that ability to just burst out and be that radiant, joyful light. So unconsciously, this is getting to a point of saturation. This getting to a point of exhaustion. You have been probably feeling really tired and worn out because it's so much, and you never seem to be free from the burdens you have been carrying. The key is exactly that one. You are free in the minute you acknowledge that you are your own sun, you are your own force of change. And it's very hard to get to this point of awareness because we are so identified with external circumstances. We are so identified with the conditionings we received from an early age. We are so identified with these ideas and conceptions of what is right, what is wrong, what I should and what I shouldn't do. You need to go to the state of silence. You need to go to the state of deep meditation and deep awareness of yourself and your dreams, where you pull back and you just stare at the lake. You stare at your own reflection at the lake, and you understand if that reflection is a reflection of your own self. Also, because the external influences that you are aware of is the Six of Cups, the Six of Water, or the Dream card. And you are aware of dreams that were only fantasy that have been crumbling down. You were and you had to be aware of things you had put your hope on, things outside yourself you put the solutions on that didn't work, that ended up on disappointment, that ended up on you really feeling abandoned or lost or just so skeptical about the good fortune surrounding you. So externally, there's this energy working with you, this Neptune-like energy where you are forced to become aware of what it's real and what it's not about your own dreams. What is just a fantasy out of deep, deep insecurities where you feel like you need someone to rescue, you need someone to figure out your life, you need someone to come and make things okay. And what are the dreams that you still have inside of you? Those childhood dreams, those really deep creative aspirations that are still waiting out to be manifested. So externally, there's this uh, mutual energy in one way of you understanding your fantasies about love, your fantasies about life in general, the way you unconsciously, of course, probably have this manipulation of your emotional body, where you mold the water, you use your emotions in a way to escape the reality of what you need to do inside of yourself. But on the other hand, this talks about childhood, the good feeling of childhood, the good feeling of our inner child, the innocence, the first love, the past connections that may, those energies of the past that may be surrounding you or that may become closer to you. So externally, you can be aware of the internal suppression you have been putting yourself into, and the need to acknowledge the real dreams you want to manifest, the real love you want to express. The support or what will help you during this journey is innocence reversed. Innocence is a beautiful card and is associated with the sun, which is again associated with yourself. So you have the star and the sun, both very cards that really talk about success and prosperity and dreams and having this fulfillment and this happiness and this joy in your life. But the innocence is reversed because it's the support to get to a new state of understanding your life, a new state of being in your life and being inside of yourself. The innocence is about you again. You have grown so much. You have been under this process of maturing your identity. You have been going through this journey for quite a time. And you achieved so much and you learned so much. But there's something inside of you that never goes away, never fades away, which is that childlike feeling, which is that innocent feeling, that joyful feeling of wanting to express your light, of needing to express your light, to create something. When Leos are not creating, they are not okay energetically. So innocence is reversed. You are not yet seeing, you didn't quite yet understood how much support you have inside of yourself, but in a deep, deep core way, in a way that maybe most of us and most of other energies have a hard time getting to, because it's about you just recognizing your own self again. It's just about you understanding the power you have inside of you to accomplish so much, because you have come from a long way, you matured, but maybe you felt like in order for you to mature that much, you had to let loose or to suppress, to contain that child, that innocent, joyful kid that just wants to create and express its own uniqueness. So some along the way you felt like you needed to protect yourself or the circumstances around yourself, and you suppress it. You suppress your innocence, you suppress your joy, you suppress your inner child. And that's why you are having a hard time seeing the support within yourself and within just simply who you are. Who you are is just this strong vital force working to make you see the beauty, to make you see the beauty that's around you and opportunities you have been missing out because of that problem in seeing within you the strength to carry on and to achieve a greater state of what happiness means to you. And so it's really about you recognizing that you have grown and you have achieved wisdom. Now it's only about you integrating that. It's not about being a child. It's not about being childish. It's having that childlike feeling in a mature, wise way, where you are just like a child, simply mesmerized by every single thing that surrounds you because you acknowledge its beauty. You acknowledge that every single thing has a purpose. You acknowledge that every single thing has its meaning. And the more you work with these energies, the more you become it. You become a connection of life itself. So the support will be there once you remember who you are. Once you remember your own lion that is probably caged within deep patterns of your mind about having to conform or having to choose one side, either your artistic child, wild spirit, either your adult, responsible, full of obligations self. And always about, it's not about choosing one side. It's about integrating. And the place you come, the the outcome of all of this, the solution is friendliness or the Two of Cups. So the solution is also love, to see relationships, to understand love in a deeper sense. In a sense where you are this innocence card as well. In a sense where you see love and you see relationships and you see partnerships and you see the support system outside of your life as something you are already inside of you. Because as you can see, both threes, they are separate, their roots are separate, because that means that they are individuals and they sustain and then they maintain that individuality, that identity within the relationship, because they know they are separate beings. They know they have to respect each other's own individuality. But they join together the beauty, they admire together the beauty of each other, they merge together within the beauty concept of love. Because they acknowledge that that's what they have to admire. Without losing, that's the love itself, without losing itself, your own um, individual force, your authentic self for the relationship, without projecting needs, insecurities, longings, again, to have someone rescuing you from your own self. July can also be a really month about love, about relationships, about you having to deal with situations that awaken in you this sense or this tension between who you are and who you should be within the relationships, who you think you should be, what's the role you think you need to play in a relationship, and the truth about it. It's a time for self-reflection. Again, going deep within the first card, the silence card, the star card. It's a time to heal. It's a time to understand things. It's a time to watch things. It's a time to analyze within your own being. It's time of processing information. So try to observe as much as you can whatever happens in August with a kind, open heart, with a heart ready to express itself out, with a heart ready to understand its own strength within without needing support outside to be okay. As harsh as that may sound, you need, and maybe that's why the support system has not been there lately, because what's asked from you is to be strong within yourself, to build that strength, to build that identity, to build that individuality, to create something completely different. So then you can express it out fully. And once you express it out fully, you will see that you will attract to your life people and circumstances and the support you were longing for in a different way, in a much more healthy way, in a much more harmonious way and balanced way, because it's no longer a fantasy, an escape way, a gateway out of your problems. So, Leo, it's a really interesting month. Just be aware of feelings of suppression, of containing your energy. Every single time you feel tired this month is an awakening call for needing to express out your energy, needing to do something about it, needing to extend your own self into a channel of creativity, a channel where you feel like you can express and see yourself clearly. So I hope you have a great month. Happy birthday once again, and hopefully we'll see each other next month.